Johann Christoph Wagenseil, November 26, 1633 to October 9, 1705, was a German historian, Orientalist, jurist, and Christian Hebraist. Wagenseil was born in Nuremberg on November 26, 1633. As a youth he was educated at Stockholm, Greifswald, and Rostock. In 1649 he entered the University of Altdorf. He traveled widely in Europe and became a member of numerous scholarly societies. In 1665 he received a doctorate of law at the University of Orleans. In 1667 he was made professor of history and civil law at Altdorf and then served professor of Oriental languages at the same university from 1674 to 1697. After 1667 he occupied the chair of ecclesiastical law until his death on October 9, 1705. Wagenseil twice served as deacon and rector at Altdorf, and in 1699 he was named the university librarian. For his knowledge of Hebrew he was chiefly indebted to the Sabbatean Ber Perl Hefter and Enoch Levi, who had come from Vienna to Fürth around 1670. N.B. While some of Wagenseil's later studies may have occurred with the Sabbatean Ber Perl Hefter and Enoch Levi, when they came from Vienna to Fürth around 1670 as mentioned in the preceding passage, by this time Wagenseil already was an accomplished Hebrew/Talmud scholar. Indeed, in Die letzte Vertreibung der Juden aus Wien and in Niederösterreich, Kaufmann expands on the subject of how Wagenseil, while still aged in his early 20s, stayed for extended periods in the Vienna Jewish community, where in particular he befriended and studied under Dr. Jehuda Legwinkler as well as Rabbi Model Ettingen, thereafter maintaining correspondence with both of them from all the locations and university cities where he later resided as preceptor of the Kaiser's sons, as well as throughout ensuing years. Wagenseil devoted his learning to publishing anti-Christian works of Jewish authors and undertook long journeys to gather his material and conduct research. He died in Altdorf in 1705. The fruit of Wagenseil's travels was the collection Tila Ignia Satani, Savarkani et Horribiles Judaeum versus Christum, Deum, et Christianum Religionem Libri, Altdorf, 1681, which included the apologetic Izuemuna of the Karaite Isaac Troki. Becoming convinced by the told Yeshua that the Jews were guilty of blaspheming Jesus, Wagenseil addressed to all high potentates his Denuntiatio Christiana de Blasphemius Judaeum in Jesum Christum, Altdorf, 1703, in which he implored them to restrain the Jews from mocking Jesus, Mary, the cross, the Mass, and Christian teachings. He was opposed to forcible baptism and similar conversion measures, and devoted a treatise to the refutation of the charge of ritual murder. Wagenseil wrote, besides the above-mentioned books, Hoffnung der Erlösung Israels, Leipzig, 1705, which appeared in a second edition, Altdorf, 1707, augmented by a number of smaller works under the general title Benachrichtigungen Genwegian Einigerdei Genian Judischeit Betreffenden Sachen. This collection contains the following treatises: Quomodo cum Judeo in colloquio, forte fortuno nato, agendum. Judaeos non uti sanguine Christiano. Quomodo usura Judaeorum averti possit. Deprecation Judaico olino. Denunciatio Christiana de Blasphemius Judaeorum and Jesum Christum. Apologia. Denunciatio ad magistratus Christianos de juribusierum Judaeis violatis. And Christianis salva religione Judeo die Sabbatian servire possit. He also wrote Exercitations sex varii argumenti, Altdorf, 1698. Belarung der Judistischen Radio in the Schreibart, 2d ed., Königsberg, 1699. Disputatio Circularis de Judaeis, Altdorf, 1705. Rabbi Moses Stendel's Nachjudische Art Vorlingsten Rehmengebrat Samen Davids, Leipzig, 1700, as well as an edition and Latin translation of the Talmudic treatise Soda, Altdorf, 1674. He was also the earliest researcher of the German Meistersinger tradition. His Latin history of Nuremberg de Civitate Nurembergensi Commentatio, Altdorf, 1697, included the German appendix Buch von der Meistersinger Holdseligen Konstantfam, Fortschabung, Nutzbarkeiten, und Lehrsätzen, dated 1680, which discussed the origin of the guild, their tabulaturen, and customs. It also includes music examples by Mödlin, Heinrich Frauenlob, Der Marner, and Barthel Regenbogen. Though its accuracy has been doubted since the time of its publication, it remains an important account and formed the basis of accounts by Jean Paul and E.T.A. Hoffmann, as well as Richard Wagner's opera Die Meistersinger von Nürnberg.